What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Base Legend. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me go ahead and just sign into a couple of things here. You guys know how we do it. I don't schedule my streams, so I have to do this every single time. And all that fun jazz, that rigmarole. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Those of you who celebrate. What up, Master O Food? Some more of Grounded. Yeah, more Grounded. What's Soup 17 Dragonfishes? Hope you're doing well there, buddy. Getting the itch for Call of Duty again. It's been shite. Sorry to hear about that, man. That's unfortunate. Oh, don't like that. Wish you guys the best all the time. If you want to vent about it, let us know what's going on. Go right ahead. Let me just finish grabbing this password real quick so I can activate the chat on the right screen here. Copy over this one and then this email address. That's not how you spell that. There we go. I have this really, really silly toddler song stuck in my head right now that my daughter was listening to, like right before we went and ate lunch real fast. And so, yeah, that's what's in my head right now. I'm not going to sing it or anything like that. But it is painfully annoying. And I mean painfully annoying. All right, there we go. Fantastic. Got it ready to roll. Not as bad as Jacob, where he was, selling his organs to get vodka money or whatever. Oh, man, what a fun stream that one was. All right, oh, almost done, almost done. Gotta get TikTok over onto this screen so that way I can shut down something else. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, 17. Like, I am really sorry to hear that. Damn, dude, that's unfortunate. Do you have to, like, retake it this summer? Is that what's going on? Let me just close out of a couple of miscellaneous things I have open up on that screen. All right, back into the game. Oh, dude, what? I missed that. I definitely missed that. I was wondering why we lost a few subscribers. It must be him and a couple other of like his alt accounts or something like that. All right, so focusing today on base building. I say that pretty much every single time. My ant keeps getting trapped down here, and I don't like it. But like my ant keeps getting trapped here, so whatever. I'm just gonna he'll port to me. He'll port over. All right, so we need mushrooms to finish out up there. Which I should have most of them. But yeah, just working on the base here. You don't think so? Okay. Well, there you go. That's good. That's good to hear that you don't have to redo it. But that's definitely a shame. I mean, just to get a mark like that is always a big letdown. Thank you, WRG2. Appreciate the follow. Mighty kind of you. Ooh, let's go ahead and do the rest of this. So yeah, we're going up to one more level, which means I might have to make those towers on the outside one more level. Yeah, I kind of want to know how your guys' your contest bases are going too. That's very intriguing to me. All right, let's get some roof pieces here. There we go. Where's the one that I'm... It's not really exactly what I was hoping to get, but we'll worry about the corners in a second, I guess. I'm gonna need to get up there, aren't I? Yeah, I have a feeling I am. How do you know that you started? I have a feeling that you're already done, Master. Considering what? You've won the last two, right? I think you've won the last two. All I know is that every single time that I go to buy a Steam gift card, you pop up as like the recents and stuff like that, as like people like, do you want to send Master of Food another gift card? Not really, but I will if he wins again. I want to check that out. Yeah, put some rounded tips up top here. It's kind of fun. I'm going to need a lot more feathers here. That's what this one's all about. I'm really glad about that you're making a massive base. I'm really grateful for that. Because that's what this one is all about, and I want people to understand that. Like, I think that the last one, people were worried about doing something that was disqualifying. This one, don't worry about that. Just make it big. Just make it a big base, and you have a chance of winning. All right, so we're gonna put all these mushrooms back. Excuse me, there's like something in my throat right now. Insert crude joke here. One sec. It doesn't have to be a base. Yeah, it's just, the concept is floating fortresses. So you need to be able to go inside of it. And that's going to be the only thing I say. Like, it has to be a fortress. What up, Ray? How you doing, buddy? All right, so all those mushroom bricks are away. What is the situation of our crow feathers? What's our crow feather situation? Specialty building mats. 8. 8 feathers. Okay. That's not that fun. What do we need for this? 2, and then weed stems. All right, well, let's get some weed stems, use up what we have, and then we'll go over and, I guess, go collect some more crow feathers? That's grass. What am I doing? Ray Ritchie, not Ray? Or, okay, I got you. I got you, Ray Ritchie. I got you. Your Discord got hacked. My goodness. Both your names? I got you. Okay, well, it's nice to meet you there, Ray Ritchie. Sounds good. I appreciate that, WRG2. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. It's coming together really nicely. That's for sure. Yeah, you just gotta float it. As long as it's a floating fortress, you'll be good on that one. You'll definitely be good on that one. All right, up here. Oh, you're gonna make this difficult, aren't you? I'm gonna just have to jump my way through until I'm putting like a ladder on this one, and so that's why it's gonna take a little bit before I'm willing to put this roof piece down. All right, so we're already out of crow feathers. What do I have on my radar here? Judging by the locations. Yeah, judging by the locations, I think these are going to be crow feathers. So I'm going to head out and go collect some crow feathers. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Does it have to be a fortress or just anything that floats? So, I mean, the word fortress, it was for the alliteration. But realistically, if you make something float on water or air for the base building contest, like, you're not going to get disqualified. My goal is not to disqualify anybody at all. Like, I wanted this to be as open as possible, so that way everybody who sees the contest this time around participates in the contest. Sounds good, WRG. Appreciate the follow. Nice meeting you. You have a great rest of your day there. But yeah, that's where my focus is with this base building contest. Yeah, but I don't feel like you're bad at English, Jacob. I've never had an issue understanding. What was that? Oh, bombardier. Let's take this bombardier out. What up? Squishy. Squishy, squishy, squishy. You know, I just realized, though, I probably should switch up my armor. Yeah, definitely want to switch up my armor.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, put my widow set back on. Grab my fire staff. What? Who just aggroed on me? Probably not the best tool to use for that. There we go. Really? What are you gonna do about it, huh? Yeah, I get it. I have low health and like I didn't run out here with any healing. I'm dumb. I'm super dumb. I'm gonna die off of that. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, hang on. Before I move forward, I need to at least make like one bandage. That was so dumb. That was super dumb. Oh, wow. I forgot about Lil. Wow, that has been a long time. Did you know how to fight Mant? I've beaten Mant. Yes, I definitely know the Mant fight. That's a good fight. That's a fun one. Yes, I remember the Empire of Lil. Who was that? Was that, it was Jacob and, Dill, right? Dill Pickle. Basically, you guys were... Jacob was trying to type LOL, and he misspelled it, and so we discovered Lil. Yeah, I remember all that. That was fun. The Sour Battle Axe? I can't remember how to unlock the Sour Battle Axe, if I remember correctly. It's... Is it in a chest? What up, human? I have not seen any of the new laws about microtransactions in the EU. What are the new laws about the microtransactions in the EU? You've sparked my curiosity. Yeah, I can't really remember how to do the Sour Battle Axe. I mean, I have it, but I can't remember how I got it. How do you kill the infected ladybug? You gotta get yourself one of these. Blunt weapon. That's what you want to do. Just smack it with a blunt weapon. And they are not that difficult to take down. Okay, where am I going? I'm going this way? Yeah, let's go back over this way. Now that I'm not going to be distracted by all those orc weavers. There it is, Master of Food coming in with the win. Okay, so to get the Sour Axe, what you got to do is go kill Director Schmechter. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna have to check that video out. It is I don't recall any of those new laws. I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. All right, hang on. So there should be one literally right where this is. Yep, right there. Chop, chop. Project Zomboody stream. Oh, okay. All right, so that was a few days ago. I'll have to check that out. Gotcha. Okay. All right, so there was one of the leaves. Then we got another one right about here. Hey, Daniel. I have not killed the infected broodmother yet. That is the only boss. That and the final fight. Those are the only bosses that I have not done yet. All right, supposedly there's a feather around here. Did it get caught somewhere? I don't see it. Doesn't look like we're actually going to get the feather here. Sometimes it's not accurate, like when the surveyor goes off or whatever. Just read the text as normal. Everyone misspells. I definitely agree with that one. How do you play on custom and do the quests? What? Just start over and go through the tutorial. That is the best thing in the world to do. I don't do much custom playthroughs. This is just like the medium difficulty. Like, so this is just whatever they wanted me to play, basically. I have had the possibility to do the broodmother, the infected broodmother. I took her on a couple of grounded streams ago. Definitely took her on. Got destroyed by her. Did not last long from it. All right, so there's the feather. Ah, stupid rare mat. Making me actually have to level an entire forest to do this. Okay, which ones are you sitting on? These right here? Not even close, but we're working our way to it. Getting there. Well, if you need to sleep, definitely get some sleep on, dude. We don't know if we're streaming it yet, but there is going to be another extra stream this week, or I might just do a video piece. But Skella, myself, Jay, and Major Killer are going to be playing Drunk Building Simulator this weekend. So, I mean, I'm just saying. And then Zomboody Sunday. Nope, wrong one. That button. Sounds good, Daniel. Sounds good. Well, I'll let you know. I'm gonna do it one day when you're not on the stream, just so when you pop in, it's just like, did you do it yet? Yes,
That's not so
yes, I
bad.
did do it. But either way, all right. Let's go ahead, find the next location for these. Right there, seriously? There's one over there. What is that? Is that on the I think that's on the pesticide thing, right? It's kind of annoying if I gotta climb that whole thing just to get one feather, but it's worth it just to finish this roof. I'm not gonna change the name of the channel to that, so that way you can sneak in and
Hey,
take the Base
no one
Legend
likes a
channel
nosy
name
lady.
from me. I'm not doing that. I've already like had to do ridiculous names on like Twitch, TikTok, and a couple other platforms that are not the YouTube name. So like, actually no, TikTok is just Base Legend. We got that one, but I think like our Twitch is like the Base Legend, and our Twitter or X or whatever it is. I'm calling it Twitter probably for the rest of my life. Our Twitter is Base Legend 01. So, all right, human, you have a great rest of your day. It was great for you to stop by. Always great to see you. Couldn't find the trademark name. I mean, yeah, Zombooty on Sunday. What about the trademark name? I'm very confused about that. Ah. Go away. Go away. I don't want to deal with you. Where am I going? There am I going. There am I going? What the hell? The joys of having a toddler. My vocabulary is really, really redacted lately. And it's just so stuttered. I say the dumbest things lately. Hey, who was asking about the infected ladybug? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like, all you need to take on an infected ladybug is just this thing right here. You out of here, Jacob? Is that what it is? Wait, where'd the ladybug go? Did it fall? Ooh, look at all this rust up here. Hi, infected ladybug.
I think she needs a do-over.
Boom. Oops, missed that one. Kind of came at me unexpectedly too. But yeah, that's it. That's all you need. She's super simple to take down. Just dupe the mint mace. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of looking at it. All right, so supposedly there's a feather
Let's see what we can
in this
find.
general vicinity. Oh, I did not bring any. How do I not have any dandelion tufts on me?
Oh,
Let's go ahead and chop a couple of those down real quick while we're right next to them. Is it really? I did not know that there was like different tiers of them like that. What is this spiderling just doing out in the open like that? It's kind of weird to see. The hamster cave. What? There's a hamster cave in this game? I want to go to the hamster cave. I thought that would be cool to have like a secret rodent boss or something like that. Somebody was suggesting or saying that they were including, I think it was Master of Food was mentioning that they were gonna include scorpions, and like it got cut out or something like that. Get him, Jerry Lamanti. All right, so I don't see any feathers. Really? That's kind of silly to me that I just now unlocked a mutation for Juicy by finding this juice box. Who just aggroed on me? Probably one of these fleas or something. Whatever. All right, so I'm not seeing a feather here. Let's climb this thing just to be on the safe side. This is a fake live. What are you talking about, Evan? What are you talking about? What axe is that? So yeah, this is the sour, I don't even remember what it is. It's like the sour axe or something like that. So it's the one that you get from all the sour stuff. And then with, so the one dandelion tuft, they turned it into a trinket, but you can definitely still do it with just one. I'm just running around with a different trinket right now. So that's all it is. Next to the big boulder with the rake. Hang on, I'm gonna have to go back up and see what you're talking about there, Phantom King. For those of you who are just following me on TikTok for the first time, I have 3 separate chats running right now, and YouTube is usually the poppin' one. Is Thor's Pendant good? Thor's Pendant is probably the best trinket in the game. I still haven't found it yet. That's still one of the things that I kind of want to unlock before I go back in after the Broodmother. Sour Battle Axe, that's all it is. Oh, okay, so the recipe for Mold Orc is at the top of, or the recipe for Mold Orc, the recipe for the Sour Axe is on top of Mold Orc. Alright, so hang on. Let's get on top of this thing real quick. Dumb. That was dumb. That was a dumb thing to do. That was a dumb move. Yeah, let's do this again. Something like that, your mom, about increasing it by 10%. It's some level of like, it does a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I can't remember. I know where to even, like, I know where to farm it too. I've just never invested the time into going and getting it. Okay, let's try to do this again without falling off like a noob. As I fall off like a noob. Man, I swear, it's weird playing games like once a week for 2 to 3 hours. Like that's super weird because I used to be the person. Why is that happening?
Oh, I'm stuck in this
What is
web.
happening with this? 2 seconds. Why do I keep getting stuck on this? I feel really dumb about this. But yeah, like I used to play games obsessively, like 30, 40 hours until I finished the game, right? And now I have to do it like very, very quickly. But either way, now I'm thinking next week or the week after is when I'm gonna finally be grounded for the first time. Just seems appropriate. Anyway, I'm gonna do it this time. There we go. Without feeling dumb.
Let's see what we can find.
See, I don't see any feathers. Yeah, I don't see any feathers. Liar. I wonder if, I wish you could just pop the gum right back off of this and like remake it all hazy. That'd be super fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and find the next one that we're gonna head to. Apparently there's some over there, but that's like one just for a long travel distance. Really? It's kind of lame that there's not this many feathers on the map right now. I haven't reset the scanner. I guess I should go reset the scanner. Let's hit up this field point real fast. Well, then let me get that done. I thought that it was just consistently scanning, to be honest with you. I thought that was the whole point of the resource scanner. Not gonna lie, I was pretty happy about the accuracy of this jump here. That was pretty cool. Okay, resource surveyor. Okay, it's scanning again now. So it looks like they're all gathered for right now. Except for a couple back here. But you can't get up on the porch. One there now. Okay. Sorry, there's a couple of them. Oh, there we go. Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's get that going. What up, Top Dog? Dandelions used to have durability? That's crazy to me. That is ridiculous that you would have to worry about a dandelion's durability like that. That's insane. Alright, well the next one we'll do is over this way. You liked it more when the dandelions had durability? Was it like its own item slot? Because I agree that would be cool.
Spiderling here.
Like I definitely agree that that would be pretty legit. That's why there's all these spiderlings here. That Wolfie right there. It's exciting. Wait, what's this? I want to jump down there. Hang on, let me kill these spiders. What's happening in here? Hmm? Just some brittle stuff? What up, Orby?
Oh, I'm stuck.
Alright, let's do this. Why not? Just need to shift onto this.
Enough to keep me safe.
I feel like I've definitely been down here before. Like, I definitely feel like I've been down here before. Oh yeah, I remember this. It's the dog grave. Great location. Might as well grab all these. This is the hamster cave? Oh, I always thought it was a dog. Guess it is a hamster. That makes sense. Alright, well I'm just gonna grab all the stuff that's broken down. No point in getting or breaking any more down. Of course there's gonna be a wolfie. Sorry about that, Jerry Lamanti. Of course we're gonna have to take on this wolf spider before we leave. Come on. Thank you. Alright, I should probably invest in some more healing supplies. Imagine your dog is a hamster. I mean, you should see some of the dogs we have here in the United States. I'll be honest with you. Some of the dogs we have here in the States are hamsters. Like, they are hamsters. And there's nothing that anybody can say to dispute that fact. That they are just straight up hamsters. And that people walk around with hamsters in their purse. That's apparently an American thing to do. I don't agree with that American thing to do, but it is something that people are doing here. It's kind of one of those things where it makes me a little ashamed of like other people, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I love dogs, but like there comes a point where like all these like teacup dogs, I think they need to be like classified as a different species or something, because I look at them and I'm like, you're not a dog. You're not a dog. You're barely a dog. Again, not trying to insult anybody's pet, but just it should be classified as a different type of animal. You know, I recently learned that Chihuahuas are like the most aggressive animal, or the most aggressive breed of dog. Like they bite more people than any other dog out there. Is the Chihuahua, which I mean, any Chihuahua you've ever met, you could probably be like, yeah, I could see that. You know what I mean? Top Dog might be a hamster, you know? Top Dog might be a hamster. You never know. You can never tell these days. People could be doing that. Alright, so there's a feather back here somewhere. Let's find that feather. Where's the feather? It's been a long time since I've been back here. Okay, I should be right on top of that feather. Go up here and see if we can see it. No? Nothing? Nothing at all. We're gonna find it. Because we just reset the surveyor, so it should be completely, like, we should have it. Is it on top of this thing? Because I do not want to build something to get up on top of that. That would be too much of a pain to do. You're not a hamster? Congratulations! What'd you think of lifting for the first time? Have I found an Easter egg yet? I feel like I've seen a couple Easter eggs in this game, but there's nothing that I've been like, ha, this is amazing towards or anything like that. So I'm curious, your mom, what's a good Easter egg to go check out? All right, we're gonna head over to the water fountain, but we're gonna go up and then jump down for it. The monster berry? What monster berry? I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to, 17, so the answer is probably not. Probably not, at least. Make some more bandages real fast. I don't have a good track record of running up these trees. Granted, I'm not trying to go after the broodmother, and I didn't need to bring anything, so that's not going to be the issue we have. I think my problem is that I sprint when I'm up on these like trees and platforms and things like that, and that's why I suck at platforming games, is because I try to just rush through them so fast.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Like an actual egg? No, I have not found an Easter egg. Oh, is it like a new update or something that they launched? Like the leprechaun coins and stuff like that? Because I haven't chopped down or broke any food yet. And from my understanding, that's what you have to do to activate that stuff. Is you have to like break down some food, then let it respawn, and then it'll come back. But I did not know if there is, or that they were doing an Easter update. That's kind of cool. Nothing over there, it looks like. But again, there should be another one like right here, right? Oh, wait, no. I should have checked before I ran all the way over here. Now I'm feel kind of dumb. COD released a new update? Nice. Might play some COD next week. Actually, I got a fun affiliate stream that I'm going to be doing in the next few days. We got asked to play the new Game of Thrones game. And so we're going to be checking that one out. I have to do it in like the next 10 days too, so it'll be pretty quick. That's unfortunate about your dad, but I mean, depending on what maps they are, I might be into it because I like some of the old Call of Duty maps. Yeah, it looks like a no for Adamfall. We haven't gotten a response back from the studio yet. I might end up just getting a copy for myself, but I'll be honest with you, when you stream, you focus on like a handful of games, you do your affiliated content, and then you buy new content on sales. And so I'm waiting for a lot of games to go on sale, like even like a 20-30% discount, that type of thing.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to
Like
see.
my mindset is I'm not going to invest in a new game unless I can invest in the time it takes to make new content for a game. So that's just my thought process. Gonna do the Java-matic anytime soon? I could literally go up there right now and do the Java-matic if I wanted to. I have it all like ready to go too. I think I even have, I have a wrench on me, so I can just go up there and do it. I kind of don't want to beat the game just yet though. And from my understanding, that's either the last quest or the second to last quest. So just my 2 cents on the matter. All right, just gonna see where this feather is.
Let's see what we can
Looks like it
find.
might have fallen into the ground or the water here. Do I even have the time? Probably not. To be honest with you, I probably don't have the time. Like, I've been behind on a lot of the content for the channel lately. There it is. It's the feather. Been behind on a lot of stuff that I want to get done content-wise. There's like a video that I've been trying to film for months. And I mean months. Yep, have Valheim too. That's just sitting there collecting dust at this point. I've had that game for 2 months. We're a base building channel. You would think that like that would be one of the first things I would install as soon as I get it, right? Haven't had a chance to. How am I walking past all these bugs? I don't think I'm walking past them. A lot of these bugs, I'm just running past them, even though they're like getting aggressive on me. But if you go fast enough, you can just get them to despawn on you. It's just a matter of moving so fast. I use the Natural Explorer perk, so maybe that has something to do with how I'm going so fast there, Emma. What are the rules for base building? Oh, okay, yeah, we can talk about that now since I announced it the other day. Okay, So Top Dog base building contest for the spring for second quarter for the Base Legend channel. You guys have to build a base. Any game, any mod, any DLC, it does not matter, but it needs to be a floating fortress. And so you cannot build it on the ground. You have to build it on water. You have to build it in the air. You have to do one of those things, make it float. That's the whole concept. You can do whatever you want, wherever you want, that type of thing. We're trying to keep it as open-ended as possible. If you're walking by an orb weaver as close, you'd be dead in seconds. Get your armor up, Emma. That's all you got to do. Just got to get some armor up, and then you'll be able to do it. Some of them, like these mosquitoes, they'll catch up to you, and you just got to wait for them to do this. But yeah, they'll eventually back away if you just keep running. If you just keep sprinting. That's all I'm doing. It's just sprinting. Do I have anything in here? Seriously? That's empty? I need to go take care of that. Need entrance, at least one wall. What are you referring to there? What are you referring to there, 17? Alright, so we're almost back at... We're pretty much back at the base. Might as well take a stop and add more to the roof. Dodge these guys. What up, larva? Ladybug. Sticky. Sorry, I need stink bug sacks. So I figured I'd just go ahead and do that one. What bosses have I killed, your mom? I think the one that... I think the only boss that I still need to do, the only queen that I still need to do is the infected broodmother. I've done all the others. That's the only one that I really need to focus on, is just that one. Exciting. Why are you behind on content so much? I have 2 kids. like I don't get me wrong, being a full-time YouTuber is a fun job, but it's still a job. And so like with our finance channel, the other channel that I do, that channel, I'm up at like 5 in the morning every single morning because the market, I live in Southern California. The US markets open at 6:30 in the morning over here. And so it's kind of one of those things where I have to be constantly awake. And that's not fun for me, to have to be up at like 5 in the morning. And then I work until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then I hop on stream with you guys and hang out for like another 2 hours. And then I keep working. So like I'm doing like 15, 16 hours a day right now just to kind of get things going a little bit faster. But probably in the next couple of months, I'll be able to slow things down a bit. So there you go. That's your answer. You wear acorn armor. That, you know, Emma, it's not bad armor, but I would recommend kind of upping it to like ladybug armor or something just a little bit heavier. You know, it just might be a little bit heavier. I appreciate that, 17. And you know what? I think that's perfectly fine. I think... Now the question is that a persona I have, or is that part of this whole act? That's really the question I'll leave you with. But there you go. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate that one, guys. All right, let me go ahead and what did I need to do? I needed to do something. I need more weeds. Yeah, I need more weeds and I need more feathers. Both? I'll take that. That's fine. I'll definitely take that one. All right, I need more weed stems. So let's go ahead and just chop down some flowers over here. These work. These will work. It is a lot of clay and pebble foundation. I think that was probably the longest part of this build, was doing the clay foundation. I love harvesting with Jerry Lamanti here. Be able to move 20 of these at once. It's fantastic. All right, back to the base. Back to the base. Got turned around a little bit. Sounds good, 17 dragonfishes. You have a great rest of your day. Hopefully see you again next time. And then Project Zomboid on Sunday. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a super good time. All right. I wish there was an elevator in this. There should be an elevator in Grounded. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have heard of the can bases that people make in this game, and I really kind of want to do a kind of mega mini base inside one of the cans. I think that's kind of a cool concept of just setting up shop inside of one of those. Almost back at the beginning. Come on now. There we go. All right. Leave those two up here. Sorry about that burr floor. All right. Need more feathers. Let's go get more feathers. Let's go see where we need to go. Get up to the zipline tower. Head somewhere special. All right. Let's see. Which direction we need to get to. Let's head... There's still one over there, but that's just such a pain to get to. I think there's also another field station somewhere over here too. And I haven't unlocked it yet, but either way. Let's go ahead and check out what we can find over here. The crow has not been that forthcoming with feathers lately. We might have to wait it out a little bit. Well then, if that's the case, and start working on some of the furnishing that I was planning on doing on this stream. Yeah, let's do that. Aw, he's stuck. There you go. No longer stuck. I mean, he dead, but no longer stuck. Okay. Clear that out for a little bit. Not bad. Toss some of this stuff down, too. Yeah. Alright, good to go. Well, if I'm waiting for things to kind of respawn a little bit, then I guess working on some amenities gonna be pretty good. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Get into some of these furnishings. I guess we want to start with torches? Is that what we want to do? These hanging lanterns? Oof, way too low for that. Need to at least put it in a double. Let's get this over here. Oh yeah, that's gonna look alright. I'm okay with that. I don't even know what I need to construct these with. Figured that out in a minute. Welcome back, Top Dog. Good to see you again. Okay, so over that window. Gotta make sure everything's symmetrical, right? Wait, is it the first window or the second window? First window. Okay. This window. Gotta keep everything symmetrical. Okay. Sap, silk ropes, grubs, glow goo. It's a lot of junk. Congratulations on your new iPhone, dude. That's pretty exciting to hear, Top Dog. Alright, sap. Where's my sap chest? I have a whole chest just dedicated to sap. So we'll grab both of those. Miscellaneous bug parts. Nope. There's the glow goo. There's my spider silk. What was the other thing that we needed? Grub hides. Go ahead and grab more. We're gonna have to go get some more grub hides soon. What up, Joseph? Good to see you. It's been a long time. Or, well, it's not a long time. It's been a little bit. Well, there you go. I'm glad you're getting a new one there, bud. That's awesome. That's exciting for you. Alright. Let there be light. Oh, I'm gonna have to go kill some fireflies, aren't I? I should probably go do that while it's nighttime, and it's easy to go kill fireflies. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go kill some fireflies real quick. seems like a fun thing to do. But in the meantime, if there is an Easter thing happening, typically what I do is there's a piece of food that's like right over here. Sour lumps. What is all that? What? Look at all this food right here. What happened? I'm gonna pick up all these lumps. And all this fiber too? I don't know exactly what was happening.
I know I'm a picky eater,
But
still.
I guess they destroyed the hot dog and dropped all this other food? Weird. Alright. Alright. That's all you. All you.
At least
Get
it's
something to
clean.
drink real quick.
Ish.
Alright, let's head on out into the back of my base here and get some fireflies. Been good, man. Joseph, it's been pretty good. It's been kind of a long week, you know, and I know it's only Thursday. But still, good times. Woo! Don't bomb me with stuff. Where'd you go? There you are. This is not your weakness, is it? Hang on, what is it? Stabbing. Stabbing and not spicy, but stabbing. Okay. So I guess this is the best thing I got, because this is the only thing I have that stabs. Well, I guess, hang on, let's try the dagger. Let's try this widow dagger. It's been a little bit. Okay, the widow dagger is nasty on him, but getting a hit in is at this range. That hitbox is too tiny. Oh well. All right, you know what we do have? You know they're resistant to spicy, but I do also have this. That is not worth it. I kind of want to get the other stabs, but eventually, right? Eventually. Come on, fireflies. Love for you guys to come on down here. What's the mission? Oh, sounds good. See you around the office, Top Dog. You have a good one, buddy. What's the mission for today? We're just base building. I'm in the process of actually getting some lights for the base done. That's kind of where my focus is at, is lighting. And so I'm trying to get these guys done. Gotta get their goo, their lanterns. Whoa, that's my guy. Punch him in the face. There you go. Love that. Getting all sorts of the goo here. What up, fireflies? I do love that they get poisoned from my armor now. That's a fantastic thing. Okay, more of that goo. Some more fireflies over there to get. Let's go this way. But yeah, decided it was too dark at the base. And so I'm pretty sure that it was just something that we needed to do for a long time. But I've used so much of my goo getting some of the most random junk. So making up for it now. Get him, Jerry. Yeah, and that dude between. That's awesome. Where's the other one? Right here. Shoot me. Come on. I was like ready for you with the block and everything. Nah, still need to do the infected brood mother. I want to get Thor's pendant and a couple other things before I go after. But yeah, we'll get it done eventually. It's kind of one of those things where I'm just kind of being a little lazy with it. That and I was explaining earlier, Grounded's one of those games where it's really hard to kind of put down for an entire week while I'm streaming something else, and then hop back into it. And so I'm not complaining at all, right? You know, it's kind of foolish to complain. There we go. But at the same time, yeah, I'd love the opportunity to play more, because I get super rusty with the parry in this game, as you can see. Get like over this way a little bit more. I want to jump at you, but I'm falling right gap. I don't understand that one. How when you block a ranged attack, they end up like falling to the ground or something like that. I don't get it. Whatever. It's not like I need to understand it. Okay, let's go over here. Try to get some more of these fireflies. It's gonna aggro this mosquito too. Alright, come on down here. Let's fight. Oh, come on. That should have hit you. Where's your damn hitbox? There we go. That infected broodmother, I'm not gonna lie, the first time that debuff hit me, where you cannot heal yourself, or like your healing does nothing, that one that stacks and does not go away
Those
until
aphids
she
look like
dies,
things to do
that
and people to
tripped
see.
me up. Like I was not expecting that fight to be nearly as hard, especially because like I one-hitted, like I one-shot the which one was it? The Wasp Queen, the Mantis, and a couple others too. Like just did them without even trying. Like we did it the first time, or I did it the first time. I don't know why, but yeah, the infected broodmother, we've gone after her like 3 times. Haven't been able to get it. All right, so let's get into that building that we were first working on. Just get a little bit more light in here. There we go. Beautiful. Still, it's kind of low hanging in here. I feel like I need railings too. Where are the railings? They're there. Get some acorn railings here. Ooh, where is that bird?
Taking a look around.
There he is. We're gonna head that way. See if we can get any feathers. Especially with him being that close. Yeah, we're gonna definitely head that way. Yeah, I've tried it once with Master of Food. Or not Master of Food. I tried it once with 17 Dragonfishes while Master of Food laughed at us. And then I tried it once on my own solo, and both times have not gone well. And the time that I tried it with 17 Dragonfishes, not only did it not go well, but it I didn't mean to fall into this. Not only did it not go well, but we tried it like 2 or 3 times. The first time, like we died in phase 2. The second time we died in phase 3, and so at least we made it a little bit further. Ah, missed the second one. Weak. Come on, give me my stamina. Give me some stamina. There we go. Seriously? You're aggroed all the way over there? Fine. Take down an entire colony of ore beavers. Who's next? You? What are you going to accomplish? What are you seriously going to accomplish? And then this ant just trailing in here at the end. Ridiculous. Hey, thanks for that follow, Melissa. I appreciate it. Alright, back to this crow's feather here. 4 pieces? That was it? Is the crow still up there? Crow's still up there. Drop any other feathers that I'm not seeing? One of these days I will go up onto that device and get the scab that's up there. It's one of the harder scabs to get to, apparently. Advice for getting the katana. It took me a few tries, but you need antlion armor, and then also a mint weapon. And if you can get both of those, it's not too bad. And then, what is it? The I don't remember the name of it, but the fresh mint mutation. Definitely have that equipped, and it's not too bad. You can definitely manage that fight. It took me like 3 times to get the Koltana, but after getting it, it's super worth it. Like Bobby, it's probably my favorite weapon. Like this and the Sour Battle Axe. Those are my two favorite weapons because...
You've got a soldier ant over here.
It's just a soldier ant. Thought I was about ready to hit a brood mother, or not a brood mother, a wolf spider or something. Oh well. But yeah, super fun weapon. You have all three. You know what? I recommend a lot of people, they're against it, but there's the I use Mant as one of my mutations, and a lot of people, they don't use Mant. I have found out. Like, I don't know if they don't like Mant or something, or what, but like they don't use Mant, and I find that kind of weird. Oh no, I need the sacks. I don't want the parts. I want the sacks. Get out of here, Beak. Yeah, there we go. But I use the mutation Mant, so that way when I get hit, every once in a while there's a chance for Mant to appear and like do some serious damage for me. And so I would recommend getting that perk too, because he tends to take aggro off of you, giving you a chance to heal. And so if you're running into an issue where like you're dying and you need to run away from the sizzle or something like that, he'll keep aggro on them so they don't go after the Coltana. They'll go after him while you recharge yourself. And so it gives you a little bit of a break if you're not playing with anybody else. Okay, so here we need some acorns and thistles, so we'll be back to that. In the meantime, I was in the middle of making some lighting. I think it's Unlikely Ally or something. Hang on, I have it active right now. No, Mysterious Stranger. That's what it is. If you do that one, that's the one that I would recommend if you go after queens and you're playing solo, is Mysterious Stranger. Because every once in a while when you get hit, you have a chance to summon the boss, Mant, and he comes out and stuns them. His stun is really, really, really good. Alright, so we deposited pretty much everything there that we had on us. Have a couple of things still left, but either way. Fallout reference? Oh yeah. Big Fallout reference to the Mysterious Stranger. Love that. Little Easter egg there, just since we were talking about Easter eggs. Alright, so let's see what other kind of lighting sources we can do here. I like these hanging lanterns, but they don't do that much light on the lower level. These sconces are pretty decent. Let's see what else we got. Broodmother chandelier. We'll put one of those. We'll put a couple of those somewhere. My big thing, though, is I want lighting. Yeah, no worries, Bobby. I hope you're able to do it. It's a fun fight, but it's tricky, that's for sure. Alright, so I guess we need to unlock some more lighting options. In the meantime, we'll use these sconces just to kind of give us a little bit of light on the outside, inside. Okay, and then we'll put one between the windows. Oof, ooh, bad placement. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. You're not even going to give me access to be able to do it. Ridiculous. Oh, there it was. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, canceled out of that. Let's fix it. There we go. And then we'll put one here. And then there. That shifted like right at the end. Don't like that. Gotta make sure it's pretty, right? Alright, sap, grass, dry grass, and sprigs. Sap, dry grass, and sprigs. What else do I need? Sap, dry grass, sprigs, acorns, and thistles. There you go. Getting it done. Alright, so sap. Grab 2 stacks of this again. Hang on. First things first, hot deposit the pollen. Get 2 saps of that. Twigs and dry grass. 2 of each of those. Totally forgot the other thing that I needed to get. Hang on. sprigs and dry grass. We got those. Oh, and then thistles and acorns. So acorn pieces right here and here. And then I need thistles. No, 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 don't relocate that. Where do I put my thistles? Seriously? I don't have a chest for thistles? That's kind of weird. Base tour? Yeah, I'll do a quick base tour. Why not? Why not, Mason? It's been a while since I've showed it off. Okay, so we're here at the Frankenline location. 2 seconds. Gotta keep it clean. Oh, come on. I blocked that. Weak. Also, should have gotten that hit off, but whatever. Okay, so this is the zipline tower, which we're working on right now. Great place to kind of see the whole extent of the base. That eventually will have something written on it. Just haven't had a chance to do it. Are you able to continue after finishing the game, or does it end your world in a sense? Bobby, this is one of the most extensive New Game Plus systems ever. You're going to love it. After you beat the game and you start New Game Plus, all of your builds are still there too. And so there's like multiple levels of New Game Plus. There's new perks to get. Like this is one of those games that like keeps going and going and going. So there you go. Sorry, need a drink. All right, so there's the Frankenline boxed out. That'll eventually have something written inside of it. Acorn Tower over there. Need to kind of rework that a little bit. As I mentioned, we're on the zipline tower right now, which overlooks the basketball court, because why not? Inside of here, this is what we're actively working on. Is putting some lighting and some other stuff inside. There's not too much going on in this front area, but this is literally just the front elevation of the base. What I really enjoy, though, is this area. You can still access the Frankenline, but it's all behind walls. And so even going behind this wall to actually draw on the Frankenline, that type of thing. This is technically the back entrance to the base. I guess we'll say this is still the front entrance.
Hey, Ann.
This is the actual base, though, that we're working on. Over here. Thank you for the basketball, or the compliment on the basketball court. Another Acorn Tower over this way. I need to load these and actually like use them because it's been a while since I've been raided. That'll happen soon. Down here, haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet with this area, but there's like this little hidden cave in here, a few other things, and then this is a little side entrance to just get outside of the base again. Back here, we got the kitchen cooking area, which needs to be built out a little bit. And then up here, water collection. This is why we do it, is you put a water container right underneath this thing. Every once in a while, it will put a water drop here. So let's make sure that we get this set up properly. And then walk over to the grass. Smack the grass. Smack. Really? That's lame. It's supposed to work where you smack the grass and then there it is. Falls right in. There you go. So anyway, so that's what that's all about. Grinded in New Game 4 plus 4. Not a great experience, really. That's actually kind of surprising. I'm pretty excited to get up into the new games. But either way, to each their own. No judgment. All right, up here, got our dew collector, another acorn turret. Haven't really built much of this stuff out and all of that. Over here is the main building, which is kind of what we're still constructing. I was going to make this the front entrance, but I put the wall too close, so it's more of like a side back entrance. Still really cool kind of to see the base this way. And we are in the like the story mode too. So like this is not a creative playthrough. I'm harvesting all the resources one by one. This is the actual main building where I'm going to have like most of my like armory and other stuff in here. It's 3 levels so far. Eventually, I am going to put a roof on it up there and then have one ladder going up there so that way you can just access the roof. But that's pretty much it for the main part of the base. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to show off. I guess the back end stuff is pretty cool. So this is day... I think it's like day 150 or something like that. Actually, hang on. I'll just tell you what day it is in a sec. It is currently day... What am I doing? Going to the wrong menu. It's currently day 127, and I started playing this like 3 months ago with this playthrough, and so I started working on this. This is probably about 10 hours of work, 10-20 hours worth of work, just to gather and build all this stuff. But I built it on the live streams, and so every single thing that we've done has been on a live stream. So anyway, the back end stuff, this is probably my favorite thing that I have, is if you go through this door or also this door right here, I have all of my crafting and my storage hidden. And so this room back here, made out of grass, is my storage crafting space. And so all of my storage, as you can see up on the walls there, up here we got a little bit more crafting stuff. There you go. And so that's where it's all built out. Appreciate that, Mason. Yeah, it's, I don't know, when you do content that focuses around base building, you tend to build quickly, you know? And so I'll be honest with you, I'm not that great at like fighting these bosses and stuff like that for this game. But building in this game is one of the most satisfying things in the world. So let me go ahead and hop back here. I need to get thistles, but I thought I had a chest filled with thistles, but I guess I don't, which is like kind of weird. Yeah, really weird that I didn't bother putting thistles in this. Seriously, I only have 2 thistles anyway? Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's absurd. Hang on. All right. Oh, I just did that, didn't I? I hit the wrong button and I just hot deposited everything. So let me go ahead and pull all this stuff out again. Yeah, Eric, I totally built all of that stuff. Yeah, and it's in the story mode too. Thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Mighty kind of you. Missing something. Acorns, sap. Okay, and then I think I'm still missing something else. Let me get one more thing of dry grass. And then that, I think, was the last thing. Yeah, okay, because I had 2 spots left. Okay, so what I was supposed to do was open this one, because I need another chest. And then rotate. Getting these up on the shelves is always a pain, but it works super well. There we go. You love Grounded, Jaden? One of your favorite games? There you go. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this one in terms of base. All right, so this is the brand new thistle chest. Pretty exciting. Let's go out and get some thistles. So yeah, it's probably, I would say, about halfway done. I have most of the structure done. I really want to go back in after I do finish the structure and decorate it, which means I have to kill a lot of queens or duplicate a lot of queen parts, especially the mantis and the brood mother, because of the chandeliers and stuff like that. Probably my least favorite resource to harvest are thistles. Like, don't get me wrong, 1 flower gives you like a full stack, but still, to have to do this one by one, like, I don't know. There's a small part of me that's just like, cut the thing down, or let me cut the thing down and harvest it by like just having the pieces fall on the ground. You know what I mean? But either way. I remember when I first started playing this game, I would go around collecting thistles constantly because I would try to play this game with a bow and arrow, like do ranged weapons. That does not go well in Grounded. Ranged weapons, they seem like they would work great. They are not. All right, there's 2 stacks. That works out. Hop on down here again. Are you still? Man, he's still over there. He's still over there. I'm gonna go back over there and see if he dropped any more feathers. Missed. I remember when I used to be scared of the orb weavers too. Like, now I just outrun them because it takes 4 hits to take them down. But yeah, I remember when I used to be legitimately scared to take on the orb weavers. Let's head over here, see if any more feathers have dropped. There's one. See? Worthwhile. Oh, not enough to unequip this. What are we ditching? Need to ditch something. Let's get rid of this other torch. We don't need to have 2 torches, one that's pretty much burnt out. I need to get that that repairable torch. I have the recipe for it. I've just never bothered to make it. But the concept of it is really exciting to me. A torch that you repair as opposed to have to remake constantly. That to me is really cool. Alright, so he's still up there. Do we see anything else? No? No more? Alright, let's head on back. Get this stuff put up then. So I'm off tomorrow. I'm working on videos. I'm working on content instead of streaming. But if... I think Jay is on tomorrow. Maybe he might be able to do a stream tomorrow. I never like to like pigeonhole him into doing streams and stuff like that because like he's got a pretty unique schedule. But he's been playing like Haven Dock and like Aloft and some really fun survival games. If you've never checked those out, highly recommend. What weapon do I mainly use? Mainly, I'm using this, the Tick Bat with the red ant shield. I don't know why, but I put it has life steal on it, and so I like weapons that heal you as you use them. I think that's fun. And then my other two top ones are the Coltana and the Sour Battle Axe. They're just, I don't know, really cool weapons in my mind. I think really cool pieces to have. That and also understanding the elemental effects in this game is probably what separates like people who understand how to play grounded and not. Like, don't get me wrong, parrying is super important, like very, very important. But at the same time, like if you don't know how to do the weaknesses and the resistance and all of that stuff, like, I don't know. I personally feel like it's ultra important to get it done properly. These on? No. Let's turn these on. The point of having them be... Well, I guess they're off during the day, right? Yeah. So we'll just turn them off during the night. Make sure that they turn back on during the day. Or at night. I promise, I know English. Exciting just to get this room lit up. There's not much more that I can fit in here. Like, it is a very tight space. But I need to put something on this, like, walkway upstairs. Like, you're not supposed to get to this area, but you can. So I feel like I need to put something here. Let's see. Let's see what we can put up here. Should I do something practical or nah? Practical stuff is stupid. Put a roasting spit up here. Make it like a little camp out spot. Anything over here? Nothing worth really setting up, so let's just put like a chair or something over here, like a couch. There we go. We'll put a Wasp Queen hammock up here. And then we'll have to go back and get that. But Wasp Queen chunks, easy enough. Should be able to fill that up pretty quickly. All right, 4 pebblets. Let's see if I have the Wasp Queen chunks available. You could add those picture frames or weapon. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea to put a bunch of picture frames. I'm more of a fan of pictures than doing like weapon mounts. I think that the weapon mounts would be kind of a little bit of a waste of space, but that's a really fun idea. I like that. All right, so we came over here to check queen pieces. Did I not put them? It's a weird plate or a weird thing. Okay, there she is. I got 6 of them. Doesn't look like I have any wasp paper though, unfortunately. So it looks like we're gonna have to go harvest some wasp paper. I thought I had like a bees pollen chest. There, bees wasp pollen. Okay. Wasp legs, pollen. bee fuzz, bee stinger. Yeah, nothing helpful there. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Let's go back to this hammock. See what else we can bring over while we're waiting. There it is. Lint rope. I just saw that I need 6 pieces of this wasp queen to do this. And so I think I'm going to go dupe one of these pieces first before I do anything else. So that way I don't lose my whole stack. Oh, I forgot pebblets. Man, yeah, okay. Alright, let's go dupe this one piece real fast. I always forget about that. It's like this for some reason the zip line, the angle of it does not let me do it easily. So it takes a couple tries there. Alright, so this shouldn't take too long. I just got to run inside. I'm just going to duplicate this queen piece one time so that way I don't lose it. It's always a shame when you use your last piece of a queen accidentally and then you have to go fight the queen again. But we'll get it done. Thanks for that follow, Jason. Appreciate it. It's mighty kind of you. All right. Let's head on into the lab here. Excuse me. Dodge these orb weavers. Kind of saw that coming. Just gonna keep it moving. Don't want to deal with that right now. Like we could. It's not that big of a like boss fight, or it's not even a boss fight. It's like a mini boss, but still, there's better things to be doing. We'll go out the back entrance though. Okay, and duplicate this. That costs 4,000 to duplicate. My God, ridiculous, ridiculous. All right, onward. What up, Loa? You love Grounded? I love Grounded. We can love Grounded together. Let's hop on down here and get this done. And if you didn't know, this is the back exit out of the
Putting on some more armor.
the what's it called? The Oak Lab. I promise. I know the words. I know the words I'm thinking. Really? Kind of expecting that to work. Well, if that's not going to work, then we're going to go ahead and equip our good armor again. Went the wrong way. Did I? Might have. But either way. Yeah, there's an abandoned anthill. And if you go through the abandoned anthill, there's a way for you to get out of the Oak Lab on the opposite side if that infected orb weaver is there. Thanks for that follow, Loa. Appreciate it. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a really pretty name. All right, let me head back this way. I gotta get some food. I gotta eat something soon. Might as well collect our sap while we're right next to our collectors here. One thing I'm thinking about doing is setting up my farm today, because that's a big piece of this base that would help with some of my production stuff. I am? Okay, cool. That's good. I'm terrible with names. Like, that's something that everybody on my YouTube chat knows. I'm terrible, god-awful with names. So if I get anybody's name wrong, I expect you guys to correct me. Say, hey, Kevin, you suck. Get my name right. You know what? If I'm all the way over here... Damn, see, now that I ran over to the base, or the Oak Lab, thinking that, like, I could do this quickly. But now that I'm over here, I'm sitting here like, man, there's so much more that I want to be able to do right now. And so we're going to go dive in real fast and go into the pond lab, get some mussel sprouts. Have some more fun here. All right, let's get some air from this thing. Right there. What up? Okay. Is that a lab entrance? I think this is a lab entrance, but it could be one of the like little side spots here. That's where the analyzer is. I need to get some food on this character. Didn't realize how hungry I was. No, this is just a little in and out. Ugh, now I want in and out. That is one of my favorite things about California, which is kind of weird to say. But oh my god, if you have never had an In-N-Out burger, you are missing out on life. It is fantastic. I'm not going to go as far as to be like, oh, it's the best burger ever or anything like that. Like, no. No. The best burger ever is at like a mom and pop diner somewhere in the middle of America. Like that, those are the best burgers. But amazing burger out of In-N-Out. I'm getting all turned around. Hang on, let's surface real fast. Okay, so the Oak Lab's there. Shed's over this way, so that means we got a while to swim here. Got a little bit to go. The things we do to get muscle sprouts. Why did you go out of that hole? It also, that does go into the pond lab? Did I miss a door or something like that? I mean, it's not that big of a deal because there's like 5 or 6 entrances to the pond lab here. And I'm almost to the next one that I typically go into. But yeah. People on Avowed? What? I've never even played Avowed. I get so many ads for that game. Like, it's one of those games where it looks cool, but they are overhyping it to the point where I don't want to touch it yet. Until people I trust tell me that it's a good looking game and stuff. And so, yeah, Avowed. Wow. Actually, I've never seen anybody stream it yet. Or play it or anything like that. This is the entrance that I typically go into, your mom. Yeah, this is the one because you just walk through this door, walk up here, and muscle sprouts. So what we're going to do this time, though, is not turn them all into smoothies. We're actually going to hold on to them and plant a couple of them because somebody told me the last time that I did this harvesting run for muscle sprouts that you can grow these, and I had no idea about that, and that's super cool because then you can have smoothie resources growing right in your base, and these are some of the best smoothie resources you can get. Oh, you thought this was Avowed? What made you think this was Avowed? I'm curious. Like, I'm legitimately curious, not trying to knock you or anything like that, but I'm curious what about Grounded made you think it was Avowed, because Avowed is, like, from my understanding, a third-person fantasy RPG. And Grounded is not that thing. Nope, wrong way. This is the one we want to exit. And down. Dive, dive, dive. It is first person? Huh. Huh. Had some wrong intel on that one. Gotcha, Doofenshmirtz. Schmertz. That's a great name. That's a fantastic username. That's a good one. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I bet you typed that one into TikTok, and you smirked. You were like, that's a good one. I like that one. All right, onward. Just dodge these mosquitoes. Just need to get back to the base. Dive, dive, dive. Easiest way to dodge mosquitoes. They're always by water, so if you dodge your, like, the mosquitoes...
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
...and just jump underwater, you're golden. Where are my shoes? Oh, I'm wearing my shoes. Okay. Got confused for a minute. That's not hard. That's not hard for me to do. Get confused. Let me clarify what I was saying. Alright, so almost back at the base. Gonna stop off, try to eat something real fast. And then... while we're waiting for the crow to spawn a bunch more feathers, I guess I'm going to focus on more building. Look at all these dudes. What are you guys gonna do, huh? You gonna go for it? You gonna do it? No? Okay. Dude was looking a little froggy there. Alright, so I got the penalty for my hunger here, so we definitely need to handle that next. Which is not that hard. I mean, there's mushrooms right next to the base. I'm not growing anything or cooking anything inside of the base right now, but there's mushrooms right here. The one thing that I want to check on, has my base been raided? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my base has definitely been raided. I think mosquitoes don't like me, hornets don't like, or wasps don't like me, and then orb weavers really, really don't like me. And so I get raided by an orb weaver every single day. What is happening? Oh. What? What? Incredible. I keep like showing up here and the food has already been chopped. Like it's already been like knocked down. And there's all this just like random junk here. These ants must be like taking it down for me or something like that. I don't know. Either way, let's just eat some mushrooms. Get our food back up. Out of everything in this game that you can eat, I think I've eaten the mushrooms the most, just to kind of keep things going. That's one of the reasons why I love this base location, is that is one of the spawn locations of like the special events that they do. And so I was getting leprechaun corns pretty much every single time that I was logging in. But I didn't have to do an update for Grounded, and I haven't played in over a week. And so is the new update out? If it is, that's awesome. If not, interesting. Missed that one. Jerry Lamanti, what are you doing? Bro, stop breaking my base. How did I... What? I didn't even get a notice that I had low health. That was dumb. Especially since I'm literally right here. Like, super dumb. But whatever. Alright, I'm gonna just ignore that happened. So I've gotten a few of them. I think the only boss that I haven't taken on yet is, or I've taken her on a few times, is the Infected Broodmother. She's the only one that I haven't done, or killed yet. Alright, so we need wasp paper. Man, wasp paper. Where's an easy one to get wasp paper from? I guess just the brawny bin. Should I just do it? Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, let's go to the wasp dungeon for a little bit. That's something, if you're new to Grounded, I will say probably my biggest tip is invest in zip lines. Like, they change the entire way you approach the map. When I first started playing, up until I got to the Haze Lab or the Black Ant Lab, those two like labs, they're pretty intense, right? Like they're not labs to mess around with. When you first do it, though, it's really, really unexpectedly hard. And so I kept dying, and my base was on the opposite end of the map, so I would have to walk back this massive distance. And then finally, somebody was just like, "Why don't you use zip lines?" And I put in a bunch of zip lines, and I built a whole network of them, and yeah, completely changes the entire game. Like how you approach this game, completely different. Okay, so hang on, I'm trying to see if I can see over onto the mat to see if the lint has respawned, because that's a valuable resource that I need a lot of for this build, is lint. And one of the best farming locations for lint is this mat. But it doesn't look like it's respawned yet. Alright, onward. We'll let it respawn. That's the other problem with doing a mega base this big, is it's a gorgeous looking base. Like, I'm super proud of it. But the amount of resources it takes is ridiculous. Like, I've put probably 2,000, maybe 3,000 mushroom bricks inside of this thing. Like, it is obscenely high. So... Matt and Under the Shed, that is right, sir. What up, Edmund? Good to see you here. The Undershed, though, I head in there all the time to farm, and so if and I do them together, so I always do the mat, and then I go into the Undershed. And so if the mat is done or not there yet, then the shed still hasn't respawned. But yeah, that's definitely, that's a good spot to get, what bugs are those? The scarab beetles. That's a great spot to do the scarab beetles. That was one of the resources that I had the longest time, like the hardest time getting, was scarab beetles, because like you hit one of them or you just run after them, right? And they just sprint away from you. And so it took me forever to get one until somebody showed me that pipe inside of the undershed. And then now like I have a chest that has like 3 or 4 stacks of them at this point. I do want to work on some other bases, but I'm going to do that after I get to New Game Plus. I want to do a base on top of the wheelbarrow. There's that small spot that has like a missing brick up there by the wheelbarrow handle. I want to do a base there. And then I also want to do a base. There's this really cool spot over here. So here's the grill that's like mowed down. There's a mixer over here. And this area right here, I want to do an ash base, like an ash cement. How do you find ash cement? You got to make it. So you get Everburn charcoal. You just harvest some Everburn charcoal, right? And then after you have the charcoal, you take it to one of your grinders and you grind it into ash cement. And it is a fantastic. Take the blinker, man. What? I'm confused, CRM. You're going to have to explain that one. I get confused very easily, guys. I don't know why I haven't gotten the molar. There's a molar up on top of the TV. Or not TV. What the hell am I thinking? What? Stupid ant following me up here. Come on over, ant. Jerry Lamanti, you were supposed to be taking on these ants and not letting them near me. Why is an ant attacking me?
Makes me feel a little
Alright, I need a salty weapon. Which one of my weapons is salty? There it is. There's my salt mace. Okay, onward. Yeah, that's why I want to do the Edmund. That's exactly why I want to do the base over at that location where the Ever charcoal is. That is why I want to do it. Come on, bud. Get inside here already. Sorry, this is like my little secret for taking on these dudes. Alright, I need to reset this bar real fast because I do not have any of these green machines on me right now, so I need to put... I have an Ant Queen Scepter? Summoning a horde to my side? I did not know that. I didn't realize that I was carrying that. Nice, Jada, that's awesome. I imagine, and that's kind of why I'm taking my time getting up to New Game Plus. For that exact reason right there. Okay, I need to put my salt mace. I know, threat detected, blah, 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 blah. Get in here already. Come on. Like, I'm trying to aggro you guys in here. There we go. Okay. Salt mace. Oh yeah, I'm holding it. That's why I couldn't put it on my hotbar. I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there. These wasps are kind of dumb. Oh, Jerry's got it. That's what's happening. What up, friend? Where'd you go? Come on up here. Alright, there's one. It's kind of annoying that I'm literally going after these 3 wasps so that way I can get their hive. But that's what I truly want here. I don't really care about the actual wasps. I just want their hive. Alright, let's shoot another one. Didn't mean to waste that bandage. You know what? Yeah, that's exactly the best way to look at it, is what Edmund's saying, is if you rush this game, yeah, it gets ridiculously hard. I rushed this game to, up to, what point is it? I rushed it probably up to the Black Anthill Lab. And then when I got to the Black Anthill Lab, oh my god, I got destroyed by that boss fight. I think it's Mant in that one. I got destroyed because I was using like ant armor and had like really, really terrible weapons like tier 1, like maybe 1 tier 2 axe kind of thing. Destroyed in there. And so yeah, definitely don't rush this game, especially if it's like your first playthrough. Definitely do not rush this game. Alright, I have to be very careful. There's a widow down here somewhere. I have to be very, very careful. I'm using the wrong weapon here, okay? Hit the ant. Come on, stupid ladybird. Die already. Jerry. Supposed to be better defense than this, bud. Come on, get our stamina up. There we go. Alright. All this wasp paper. That was it? That was all the wasp paper?
Spiderling here. I shall name it.
Alright, I need to get out of here because there's widows and stuff down here that I just kind of don't want to deal with. Damn, I was expecting to get a lot more ant paper. Alright, leave me alone, you stupid ant. Wasp paper. I promise, I know what I'm doing. Partially. Oh, assistant manager. That's the one. That's the one. Thank you guys for the correction. I appreciate it. Yes. That is the fight that I got destroyed on a ton of times. And highly recommend you take your time with Grounded because of that situation. Alright, so I'm pretty stacked when it comes to some of this stuff. I'm gonna make some bandages before we head inside. But, I mean, all we need is wasp paper. So it's not like we're gonna really do anything too aggressive. Let's just eat these sour lumps.
Or, I guess I thought I did.
There we go. Alright, bunch of bandages. How long have I been playing this game? Probably about 6 months. We started our channel playing Sons of the Forest and Green Hell and a bunch of other survival games. And for months, everybody was just like, hey, you really need to check out this game Grounded. It came out like 4 or 5 years ago, but hey, you're already playing Green Hell, so why not? And so finally, it took like 2 months of convincing before I went and got a copy on a Steam sale. And then I got a copy, and I love this game so much. It is by far one of the best survival games ever made. The premise is amazing. The concept is really cool. It's just one of those games that's just super, super unique. What else do I recommend that's similar to Grounded? My personal favorite survival game is Green Hell. And I highly recommend Green Hell to anybody. What is a weakness for you? What is the weakness for you? Spicy. Sorry. Had to focus on this combat for a second. Come on, bud. There we go. But yeah, so Green Hell is a really, really, really good one. You've been playing before they added the Undershed. Wow, that's commitment right there. That is a true commitment. Hang on, wrong weapon here. Minty. See, I'm at the point where I only play this like once for 2 hours. There's Mant. What up, bud? I only play this like 2 hours a week kind of thing. If that. And so like I forget the resistances so quickly. Alright, more wasp paper. Alright, I should be able to harvest this. I can't harvest that? Why can't I harvest that? I could have sworn that you could harvest the wasp paper in here. I mean, that really defeats the point of wasp paper. if I can't harvest it from pieces of the wasp nest inside of the bin. All right, well that means that we got to break down another one of those wasp hives. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. How I make a lint? So you need to find pieces of the lint and just kind of collect them off of the ground. And so there's two places for it that you'll find the most. The first one is in the, like, on top of the shed, there's a doormat, and there's tons of lint on top of there. And then under the shed, in the undershed area, that's where you're going to find the other one. That's where you're going to find the most. And so, yeah. That's at least the best way to approach it, I think. Trying to figure out where to get it. Use the resource surveyor. That's something that I didn't use early on in the game, is the resource surveyor. But now that I'm doing a massive build, like, you kind of need it to know where some of the locations are. Oh man, that was like what they released the game with, right? The original early access build. The only thing was Help Burgle. Yeah, I never played it back then. That was like, what, 5 years ago at this point? That's pretty cool, man. I love seeing games like that really shape into something really, really cool. Leave me alone, Tiger Mosquito. But yeah, I think that that's something that is underappreciated in the world of game devs, is how games can take shape after they're released. A lot of people, they're upset that games get released and they're not finished. To be honest with you, I think that people need to kind of relax a little bit, because I would rather get a game out and see how it's received by a community, make changes, etc., than release a final product and be like, well, we already finished it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, Grounded is definitely underrated. I agree sincerely. Is that a green shield bug? Man, I almost want to take on that shield bug, but I'm on a mission right now. What up, friend? Do it. Thank you. I have the trinket on that I get heals from blocking attacks successfully. And so I love getting the chance to block an attack from, like, something really easy to block. Oh man, but that, I don't know, the tribals, that's some of the best part of that game. I'm a big fan. Big fan of Green Hell. I feel like they did a fantastic job with that game. I'm excited for what the developers of Green Hell are doing next. But they're doing a game called Star Rupture. And if you haven't seen it, basically from my understanding, you've been sent to a planet to, like, harvest resources and stuff like that. But every, like, X amount of time, I don't know if it's like on a clock or whatever, but every single time that you go and harvest resources, you have to, like, protect your base from an exploding star. And I think it's, like, a really, really cool concept. So thanks for that follow, Jada. I appreciate it. Come on over, Droney. Come on over. I don't think you should be alive right now. Come on. Oh, what's this aggro? That's not cool, Ladybird. That's fantastic, though. Give me a second here. I need to focus on getting this guy down first. Actually, you know what? This Ladybird, yeah. Should have focused on the Ladybird. Oh well. Oh well. Let's respawn in real quick. Go get the rest of that stuff. It's like, I just want the wasp pieces, that's all. Sadly, this one's going to be quicker to where I was. There we go. So now we get to lay back and relax for a little bit. That's really cool. I didn't know that the planets were supposed to be to scale. That's pretty intense. I'm a little concerned about them saying that the planets are supposed to be to scale, because that sounds like No Man's Sky and how they were like building No Man's Sky, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I'm optimistic about it. Favorite game, Satoru? That's awesome. That's really cool. Damn, is it really already 4 o'clock? I didn't realize that it was already 4:05. All right, let's get my stuff and then finish getting this wasp nest, and then I probably am gonna have to call it here after I get that wasp nest back. So maybe like another 10-15 minutes or so. We'll see. I was thinking about doing a special stream tomorrow for this Game of Thrones game that we got asked to play. I think it's called like King's Road or something like that. Should be pretty fun. Pretty excited about that. Thanks for the follows, guys. Mighty kind of you. But yeah, we'll have some fun. And then I'm hopefully releasing a Green Hell video in the next couple days here. Trying to do another. I just did a best base locations in Grounded video not too long ago. And so I kind of want to, or I've been working on that same concept in a few other games, like the best places to build in this game, the best places to build in this game, that type of thing. And so I'm working on one for Green Hell right now, and I just finished filming all the content for like the first 2 maps. And so there's 2 more maps that I want to get through, and then we'll get it done. Is that the ladybird that killed me?
Let's see what we can find.
I think that's the ladybird that killed me. Let's go, bro. I don't like you. I don't like you at all. There it is. You deserve that. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back this way. Okay, got all that stuff back. So back to what we were doing. Trying to do this without actually like hitting the wasps, because I just don't want to do it. What trinket do I use? I use one of the first trinkets that you get in this game. I use, what's it called? The compliance badge, which I know sounds kind of silly because there's so many other trinkets that I could get, and I do need to farm Thor's pendant and get Thor's pendant, and then I will switch over to Thor's pendant. But the reason I haven't really cared about it is because I don't know. I like my trinket. Basically, the trinket that I use is the one where if you block, you gain health. And the more damage that you block, the more health you gain. And so it's basically you can heal yourself by just sitting back in the middle of a fight and just blocking, you know? And so that's the one I use. And then what are my mutations? Here, I'll just pull those open because I actually don't even remember what I'm using on this character. So we got Dissection Expert because this is me building. So I'm getting extra stuff every single time that I loot something. Natural Explorer to move fast. Fresh Defense for gas and burn and sizzle protection. Then Mithridism for poison resist, and Mysterious Stranger just as like a little backup to help me out since I'm playing solo. I like it. It's a good assortment. There's a couple of deficiencies that I'm not happy about, especially when it comes to damage resistance. Like I could probably be doing a lot more for my damage resistance, but I mean, truthfully, it's not that bad, you know? Let's do this one. Again, get zip lines. If you're new to Grounded, zip lines will completely change the game. Instead of having to cross the pond, I just have zip lines set up across them. Super, super smart. At least I think it's super smart. You can't call yourself smart, right? Wasn't it like, it was either Plato or Socrates that said that a true fool is the one who says he's not one, or something like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's basically like people who say that they're smart, those aren't the smart people. And so anyway, All right, let's get down here. That might be the next grounded stream, is the Java-Matic quest. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I just kind of want to get it done and get into New Game Plus, but I also want to get all the molars because I know that all the molars reset. But either way, it doesn't matter. What up, Willow? Love that armor. Not Black Widow, the Broodmother armor set. All right, back down to the base. I love watching the base load because it's so big. It just has to load every single time we get into it. And here we are at the base. And here we are. Wasp paper hammock. Done. Look at that. Look at how chill she is in her wasp paper hammock. Fantastic. Love that.
Let's
Are the
see what we
bombardiers
can
back?
find.
What is moving that? What is moving that grass over there? Excuse me. What is happening to this grass? What is this? Random ass exploit. What is... I have no idea what's happening. I've never seen this before, but this is super cool. Anyway, guys, I think this is where I'm going to call it. Again, I'm off tomorrow. I'm just making content, filming videos, that type of thing. But either way, we'll get more done with the base probably next week. Oh, yeah, I might do that Game of Thrones game tomorrow, so we'll see, but it'll be earlier than not. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. If you're a fan of base building games, if you are a fan of like survival games, survival horror games, pretty much any game that allows you to build a base, like we even play The Sims and stuff like that. Yeah, this is the channel that you should be subscribing to. My name's Kevin. This is Base Legend. I'll see you next time.